Hey there, and welcome to another episode of the Blogcast for ShawnVanDyke.com. I'm Shawn Van Dyke, and I'm a construction industry consultant, business coach, and mentor. And I help construction business owners streamline their businesses by developing the systems and the operations that lead to profitable and sustainable growth. Now, I wouldn't say that I'm your host because this isn't exactly a podcast. There are no guests, no high-dollar production, and no agenda. I just want to make it easy for you to get the information you need to run a better construction business. So every time I publish a blog post, I grab my microphone and I record an audio version of the post so you can listen to the content anytime, anywhere, and use this information to run a better construction business. All right, with that said, let's dig into the blogcast. On today's episode, I'm going to help you solve one of the most nagging problems many construction business owners face: hiring the right CPA for your business. If you get frustrated every time you interact with your CPA, or if you're intimidated by your CPA because you don't understand the complexities of how your taxes are determined, then you might need a new CPA. On the other hand, if you don't even have a CPA yet for your business, then in this episode of the blogcast, I'm going to give you 4 areas to discuss with your CPA before you hire her. I call this the easy way to hire your CPA. So let's get started. Finding the right certified public accountant, CPA, for your construction business can be an intimidating task. Hiring a CPA can be confusing because you may not be sure of what you should expect from a CPA and exactly what they do. Does that sound familiar? Well, like your customers, homeowners know they need a contractor, but they don't know exactly what to expect nor what it is that you do. Knowing what to look for in a CPA for your construction business requires that you not only understand your business, but also the services that you need to hire the CPA to perform. I had a client share with me some advice that he had received when he started his construction business. And here's what it was. Your CPA can only be as good for your business as you are at understanding your business. In other words, your CPA works for you. You are the business owner, and you direct the CPA's scope of work as it relates to the services that you require. Many construction business owners think that they have a financial advisor, a business coach, a bookkeeper, and a tax consultant working for them, when in actuality, all they have is a CPA that has been hired for tax minimization and filing services only. There's a big difference between a CPA that files your taxes and one that provides you with tax minimization strategies, and one that actually coaches you in running a better business. In this article, I show you 4 areas in which to evaluate your CPA or your future CPA or your current CPA. I call this the easy way to evaluate your CPA. Each of the letters in the word easy stand for one of the following areas: E, expertise; A, additional services; S, simplify; and Y, year to date. The easy way, EASY, the easy way to evaluate a CPA. The first area in this evaluation process is to determine if the CPA has E, expertise, in your type of business. If so, how many construction businesses does the firm serve? And of those businesses, what percentage of those construction businesses are profitable? Sure, that's a straightforward question, but don't you want an expert with a proven track record of helping construction businesses make a profit? If you're like many construction business owners, then your books are a mess. No offense. You want a CPA that is an expert at organizing your accounting system or setting up your accounting system in the best way for your business. And one last note on the area of expertise. If the CPA can explain the difference between the cost of goods sold and the expenses for a construction company, then you need to find a CPA that can, because that CPA does not have the level of expertise that you need for your construction business. By the way, the answer: the cost of goods sold is your cost for the labor, materials, subcontractors, and equipment that you purchase, mark up, and sell to your customers. The expenses? Well, that's everything else. And you can read a previous article that I wrote on how to interpret your profit and loss statement, and there's a link on the blog post. Next, the A stands for additional services. You want to discuss any additional services beyond filing your taxes that the CPA can offer. Many contractors get frustrated with their CPAs because all they get are their taxes filed and an amount to send to the IRS and an invoice from the CPA for their services. The contractor doesn't get a deeper understanding of why the taxes are what they are and how they can minimize their tax liability. The truth is that the contractor never really hired a CPA to perform those additional services, and the CPA never sold them to the contractor in the first place. So speak with your CPA about the ongoing services that she can provide, and I recommend that you hire her to perform those additional services. Here are a few additional services that I recommend discussing with your CPA. The cleanup of the accounting system. This is usually a one-time event when you start with a new CPA. She'll need to dig into your existing files and clean up the mess that you or someone else created. Your CPA might not do this work herself, but have a bookkeeper do the cleanup under her direction. Another additional service is a monthly check-in. This could be a quick review of the books to ensure that the books are organized correctly and that everything is generally in order. Consider it like preventative maintenance on your financial house. Another service, the quarterly analysis. This would be a deeper analysis of the numbers for the business and how the profits are shaping up. This will inform you if your quarterly tax payments are in line or what needs to be adjusted. Finally, the yearly filing. This is one service that most CPAs get hired for. If you hire a CPA for the other additional services listed above, you can see that the yearly filing should not be a surprise. And depending on your level of business and tax expertise, you may not require the additional services listed above. But until such point that you can predict your taxes accurately without detailed reports from a CPA, then I recommend that you buy additional services from your CPA. Don't be frustrated if all they do is file your taxes when that's all you hired them to do. The third area of evaluation of your CPA is S, simplify. The federal tax code contains over 73,000 pages. Calculating your tax liability is complicated, to say the least. That's why you hire a CPA, but the job of your CPA should also be to simplify the process for you. If your CPA can't explain how to calculate your taxes in terms that you can understand, then find a CPA that can. When your CPA prepares your tax return, she should also let you know what your quarterly tax payments should be for the coming year. But these estimated payments are based on the previous year. If this coming year is better than the last year, meaning you're going to make more profit, then you'll probably owe more in taxes. You want a CPA that can help you predict that, in general, what your taxes will be each quarter based on the performance of that quarter. And you shouldn't have to worry about the details, but you do need a general strategy for understanding what influences your tax liabilities. Side note, be cautious of CPAs that encourage you to quote-unquote save on your taxes by spending money. For example, if your CPA recommends that you buy an asset like a vehicle to save on your tax bill, but she hasn't shown you if you have the cash for such a purpose, then find a new CPA. This CPA is not helping you run a better business. This CPA is only focused on limiting your tax liability. Saving a few $1,000s on your taxes might be costing you tens of thousands of dollars in profit. So finally, the right CPA for your construction business should be able to provide you with your Y numbers. The Y stands for year to date. You need regular financial reports to monitor the health of your construction business. In my work with clients all over the country, I find that their numbers are being held hostage by the CPA or the bookkeeper. Your CPA should be able to tell you the frequency and the content of the financial reports you can expect. Depending on the size and scope of your business, these reports will vary. I recommend that you ask for a monthly health report from your CPA that includes, but is not limited to, the following: your profit and loss statement, your balance sheet, your accounts payable, and your accounts receivable. At a minimum, this is the data that you need to run a construction business. Ask your CPA to include in her services a regular reporting of these numbers and keeping you up to date. In summary, your CPA is a vital member of your team. You need to interview and evaluate this person the same way you would an employee or a subcontractor. You need the right professional to help you move your construction business forward. Hire a CPA that you can trust and that will enable you to focus on your construction business. In the end, it's the job of the CPA to report the numbers, but it's the job of the business owner to influence the numbers. Need help streamlining your construction business? Sign up today to receive a free copy of the Paperwork Punch List, 28 Days to Streamline Your Construction Business. And this book is available exclusively for free at ShawnVanDyke.com/thepaperworkpunchlist. That's ShawnVanDyke.com, ShawnVanDyke.com shonvandyke.com/thepaperworkpunchlist. Hey, Shawn Van Dyke here. I just wanted to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to listen to this audio post. Email me any questions or comments you might have at my email address, which is connect@shawnvandyke.com. That's CONNECT @shawnvandyke.com. And let me know what you think. Thanks so much.